In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Sony RX100 Mark IV, and I want to see if it's worth staying down a couple of models. You know, Sony do like to bring out a new one every... Anyway, let's not get into that. This thing weighs 295 grams. It's probably the smallest compact camera at this level. It fits easily in the pocket and it feels solid to use. Now there's no hand grip, you'll notice, but you can buy one online for about £12. I'd probably consider that, just give it a go. Now most importantly, it's got to be the image quality. Let's just start this thing up and it's good to go. Now this has a 20.1 million pixel 1-inch type, not size. You'll see that wrong in many places. Sensor, and the ISO ranges between 125 and 12800. Nice, easy go-to image quality. I honestly think this thing is a real joy to use and constantly tempts me, as if I'm not always tempted by cameras. You've got a number of options for your file formats. There's your 4K and it will shoot up to 100 megabits per second. You've also got a HFR setting to get it to go to 1000 frames per second. Pretty awesome, right, for such a little dinky thing. Now, most notably, for me anyway, no mic socket. So as for the audio quality compared to others, well, it's a little audio test with this one. See if you think you can work with it. Little sound test. This thing, as we'll probably say a billion times, doesn't have a mic socket. So how does it sound? Now this is not a super controlled environment. There is occasional noise in the background. I mean, the day is almost over, so the builders have stopped, but traffic in the background, light breeze, probably not enough breeze to be honest, but there you go. And maybe the screen being flicked up helps anything from the back, but I'm in the car, so there's not really anything from that side, you know, over there. I'm expecting it to basically be the same as the Mark V that we reviewed, but you never know. Miracles do happen for £200 less. I really like this screen. Nice big 3-inch 1.23 million dot tilting and obviously flippy up. Absolutely brilliant. But there's no touch screen. Now it's very clear, very handy when shooting from the hip or in more discreet situations. If you flick this up here, you've got an EVF, which is really useful, especially if you're shooting in some really bright situations. You can look straight through there. Some of the competitors don't have that, and that's going to be a winning feature for some of you out there. Now, the camera also offers very handy image stabilization, and that helps you not just for vloggers, but also when the lighting starts to go down. So, you know, plus we know vloggers, you want some great flexibility, and I'd say this is a great option. I mean, if I was vlogging, would you really be that interested? Would you? We're just doing this to test the quality of the camera and see if it'll get us there when we need to, and even at this price, you would hope so. And yeah, I already know because I just know. Okay, let's see if I can stop this without doing yet another selfie. I'm fully aware that I promised to not do any vlogging at all, but I've just come out of the gym and, you know, I'm kind of addicted to messing with this camera, so here I am again messing with this camera. And typical, now that I'm completely shattered, the light is much better for photography. As you'd hope for from a camera at this level, you've got Wi-Fi and NFC connectivity. Works pretty well with the app, no real problems with that at all. I'm very happy that this one has USB charging, so I can just plug it in on the go. Don't need to worry about carrying spare batteries, which live down here, along with the SD card right in there. So yeah, you know, I think that deserves a few more random straight out the camera stills. Yeah. Think about saving a couple of £100 and not having the very latest speed and performance. For example, the 5 has phase detection autofocus. The 4K, you can shoot longer in HFR mode. There's a few other little bits and pieces. The biggest one is the touchscreen. Can you live without the touchscreen? Now, I did find that I got quite used to using a touchscreen on models like the Canon and the Mark V, for example, and that was very handy. £200 worth of handy? Well, when you consider this thing is, to all intents and purposes, for your holidays, your snaps, you carry around, and it's a superb little camera, maybe feels a bit heavier than the average person would expect. You know, I passed this to a friend that's not a photographer at all, and his first words were, "It's a bit heavy, isn't it?" I hadn't really thought about that myself because I like the weight that it has. It's not bad at all. For me, it means of, if I had paid for it, paid for something of real solid worth. And this is a well built camera. This is excellent. It is superb. And if you're into the Sony gear, it's a fine purchase. It's around $699 at Wex, where I got this model from. You can go in there and check it out. You'll probably be checking out the same demo model that I've got right here. Please go and see them and see what you think. Get your hands on it. It is smaller than competitors, so there's that, but you know, on face value, fantastic little camera. Of course, we could get deeper into it and look at the pros and cons, but you know what, it is fantastic. If you've got the budget and you want to save a little bit from the 5 and now the 6, which frankly is a crazy price, anyway, people want to spend that, that's cool. That's fine, they'll have some good fun with it, that's for sure. Anyway, face value, fantastic camera. Of course, if you want to compare it to the Canon G7X, the Panasonic efforts, that's a whole different story. In fact, let us know what you think in the comments below. Would you pay the extra for this, or indeed the extra on top for the newer models, or would you save some cash and get one of the, in inverted commas, competitors? Or let us know. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification, do what thingy, and get involved below. And thanks so much for the cool comments. Yeah, I've got nothing else to say, really.